Hello everyone and welcome back to the WCG for this evening session on day 2 of the first Harley Cranes test match between Brennan's 11 and Matt's 11. It's the Green Machine who held all the aces heading into the tea break after Harry Dean took 2 wickets in the final over of the session to restrict the Blues to 4 for 41 in the run chase, still requiring a further 81 runs for victory. So it will be Tom Doy who will resume on 0 not out after he navigated the final few balls of the over to see his side through to the tea break. Can the big man stand up for the men in blue and move them further towards the target? So we're all ready to go for a massive final session on day 2, and it's going to be the skipper Matt White into Tom Doy. He's in now and he gets a thick outside edge on. It's gone all the way for 6. First delivery. Well, how about that for the beginning of the session? It's another quick start to a session here at the WCG. Doy's off the mark in style. White to continue to Doy in the first over after tea. Here he's in now. This one's another quick delivery, and Doy plays this away on the onside to Nathan Hancock for no run. So a good start to his innings here from Doy. Can he stand up with the blade for the men in blue? Has been brought into the side for his batting. Here is White, will continue to him now over the wicket. It's a full delivery and there's a bit of an appeal here from the men in green. Yeah, I think this one just slid down the leg side and it's been given not out. Let's take a look here on the replay. Oh no, might just have flicked his leg. Good decision. The Green Machine skipper to continue to Doy. Here's in now, and this one's a quick full delivery outside the off stump, and it's well watched there from the big fella who lets this go through to the keeper. So the Blues 4 for 47 in the run chase, requiring a further 75 runs for victory. As White will continue to Doy once again. It's another good delivery outside the off stump, and once again it is well watched from Doy, who's happy to let this one go. So a pivotal period of the test match coming up. Can Doy just inch his side closer towards that target? Or can the Green Machine pick up another couple of quick wickets to really break the back of the men in blue? As White will continue to Doy in the 13th over. Here, and this one's a full delivery and it slides down the leg side once again. And there's no contact there from Doy to end with. It'll be Ryan Shaver to bowl the 14th over of the innings. As in now to Doy, and it's a full delivery, and Doy plays this back down the pitch, but it's well fielded by Schaefer off his own bowling. So good this from Doy, who is steadying the ship after that double wicket over just before the tea break from Harry Dean. As Schaefer is in once again to him now, and that's a good bit of fielding there from Joel Wodging mid-wicket, who stops a certain boundary. So for all the entertaining cricket, one thing that's really stood out in this test match has been the brilliant fielding from both sides. As Schaefer is in once again to Doy, and this one hits him on the body. Oh, and it's nearly rolled back onto the stumps. Well, Tommy Doy had no idea where this had got to. He will take a look on the replay. I think it's just got tangled up in his body. Oh, and that must have missed by a whisker. So another close call there for the big fella. As Schaefer will continue to him now. And this one's a full delivery outside the off stump. And Doy is happy to let this one go once again. So really disciplined stuff this so far from Doy, who's steadying the ship nicely here for the men in blue. He's 6 not out with a score at 4 for 47. As Schaefer goes around the wicket now. This is another one that hits Tom Doy on the body. He sets off for a single. Oh, it's a direct hit! Doy's gone! It's a brilliant bit of fielding from Hamid al-Bashir, the vice skipper, who throws down the stumps. Brennan's 11 now 5 for 47 after a bit of brilliance here from al-Bashir. He's quickly onto it, turns and throws. And that was never missing. The Green Machine take another giant leap towards first test victory, thanks to their vice skipper. 5 for 47. So half the Blues wickets back in the shed, and that wicket now brings Gavin Merrifield to the crease. Has stood up with the blade down the ears for the defending champions. Can he do it once again? So it's Ryan Schaefer into Merrifield for the final delivery of the over. Here he's in now, and this one's a full toss, and he gets this away. First delivery on the offside for a boundary. Well, that'll give the middle order maestro a massive confidence boost. It was there to hit, and he puts it away. Blues 5 for 51. It'll be Joel Wodging to bowl the 15th over of the innings. Here he's in now to Merrifield, and he begins with a good delivery, bang on the money, and Merrifield defends his back down the pitch for no run. So if ever the Blues needed a trademark Merrifield rearguard action, it's right now in this first test match. As Wodging will continue again now to Merrifield, and this one's a full delivery which slides down the leg side, and there's a slight appeal here from the Green Machine, but it's been given not out by the umpire. So Gavin Merrifield 4 not out The Blues 5 for 51 here in this second innings. As Wodjick will continue again now to Merrifield. This one's a full delivery on 6 for 51 now. As Wodjick goes right through Merrifield. That's another massive moment in this contest. And is that the match? The Green Machine motoring to a first test victory as Merrifield goes cheaply in this second innings. Oh, that's a peach. That is jagged back off a length. And Joel Wodjick picks up the big wicket of Merrifield to move his side closer to victory. So the Blues in all sorts at 6 for 51 in this run chase. Still requiring 71 runs for victory. And that wicket now brings the youngster Daniel Hancock to the crease. Coming off a duck in his first innings. Can he stand up here? So he'll have to contend with a fired up Joel Wodjick here first up. As he's in now to Hancock for his first delivery. Oh, and it's a beauty first up which goes across the youngster. It's a beautiful delivery from Wodjick, who is bowling superbly here today. Oh, good luck touching that. The Blues 6 for 51 as the middle basher will bowl the 16th over of the innings. Here he's in now to Hancock. Oh, and he begins with a beautiful cover drive as he hammers this through the covers for his first boundary. Well, what a way to get off the mark from the youngster. That is textbook. Well, that's a confident start there from the youngster. As Basher is in once again to him now, and this one's a better delivery back of a length. And Hancock is back and defends well on the offside for no run. So he looks up for it here, the youngster. As Basher will go again now to Hancock, and this one's a full toss, and it's hammered down the ground once again for another boundary. It's an aggressive start to his innings here from Daniel Hancock, who races along to 8. Basher to continue around the wicket again to Hancock. He's in now, and it's another full toss, and it's another one which is hammered to the boundary. 12 runs off this old Basher over. The youngster is on fire to begin his innings, and is there hope for the men in blue? They move along to 6 for 63. It'll be Michael Johnson to bowl the 18th over of the innings. Here he's in now to the youngster and begins with a back of a length delivery, which slides down the leg side. Here, a brilliant start to his innings in the run chase here for the youngster, who's moved along to 13. The men in blue 6 for 64, now requiring a further 58 for victory after a positive start to his innings here from the youngster, as this one's another delivery from Johnson which slides down the leg side, and it's left alone from Hancock. So just one or two bits of frustration here creeping in for the Green Machine, with Johnson just not being able to find his radar so far in this over. Here is Johnson is in once again to Hancock, and this one's a full toss played down the ground, but it's fielded by Joel Wodjick there for no run. So the youngster has moved along to 13 not out, his highest score in a test match at the WCG for some time, as Johnson's in once again to the youngster, and this one's a good delivery, a quick delivery, but Hancock sways out of the way of it well. So can the youngster be the hero here for the men in blue, who desperately need a good innings from him here, as Johnson is into him now once again, and this one's a beautiful on drive down the ground for another boundary. Hancock moves along to 17 with a quite beautiful on drive. 54 to get. So the youngsters breathed a bit of life here into this run chase as Johnson's in for the final delivery of the over. It's a good delivery. Oh, and he goes to set off for a single, and he thinks better of it. 6 for 68 after 18. It'll be Mark Pasterfield to bowl the 20th over of the innings. Here he's in now to Hancock, and that's a good delivery, but it's well played from the youngster, who hobbles away for a single. Of course, Hancock suffering that Achilles injury during the second innings, which forced him from the field and saw him unable to bowl. So not only has he got a nervy run chase on his mind, but an injury too. Here is Pasterfield is in once again to Hancock, and it's tucked away on the leg side. Oh, and I think Michael Johnson's put a foot on the boundary. As he stopped it, he has. It's been given a 4 runs, and things just beginning to roll the Blues' way here. Yeah, that's uncharacteristic there from Johnson. It's 4 more. Pasterfield to continue around the wicket now to the youngster. Here he's in now, this one's a full delivery. Oh, and it was hammered, but it's brilliantly stopped there from Wodjick, who seems to do it easy. Well, he stops another certain boundary there for the youngster, who has moved along to 22, as Pasterfield's in once again to him now, and this one's a horrible delivery, and it slides down the leg side, and that'll be another one added to the total. So things just going a little pear-shaped here for the Green Machine. The Blues now 6 for 74, requiring 48 for victory, as Pasterfield is back on the money, and it's well played there from the youngster, who knocks his back down the pitch for no run. So things have just tightened up in this test match in the last 10 minutes or so, as Pasterfield is in for the final ball of the over. He's in now, and this one slides down the leg side, and it's a dot ball to end with. It'll be Matt White to bowl the 21st over of the innings. As he's in now to the youngster, and it's a full toss, and it's hit back down the ground, and it can't be stopped from Harry Dean. It's another boundary for Hancock, who moves along to 26, and he's breathed life back into this run chase. 44 required for victory, as White will continue to Hancock. This one's a full delivery, it's driven on the offside, but once again it's covered well by Joel Wodgick, who moves to his right to stop a boundary. So what a time for the youngster to stand up with the blade. He's still got plenty of work to do. Here's the youngster. Here's this one's a good delivery from White outside the off stump, and it's left alone there from Hancock. Here the Green Machine have just slightly lost their way during this Hancock onslaught. Here the Green Machine skipper looking to restore some order. Here he's in once again to Hancock. Oh, and he gets an edge, and that very nearly went through to the auto wiki. To be fair, this has found the turf rather quickly, but it's a close call from the youngster nevertheless. White to continue to Hancock in the 21st over of the innings. Here he's in now to Hancock, and it's a quick delivery, bang on the money, and it's well defended there from Hancock, who plays it back down the pitch for no run. So a stoic innings this here from the youngster, who has at very least given the Blues a chance now. Here is White is in for the final ball of the over, and this one sails over the youngster's head to end with. It'll be Joel Wodgick to bowl the 22nd over of the innings, as he's in now to Hancock, and it's a good delivery outside the off stump, but it's well watched from the youngster who lets it go. This is a mature innings here from the youngster, who is standing up for the men in blue. Here is Wodgick, will continue to him now over the wicket. Here he's in now, this one's a full delivery, and it's a thick outside edge, and it narrowly avoids the auto wiki once again. So a few nearly moments here for the men in green. To be fair, he's hit it into the ground. Wodgick to continue to Hancock in the 22nd over of the innings. Here he's in now, and this one's a back of a length delivery, and it hits the youngster in the head, but he seems unfazed as he stands tall. This is brilliant stuff here from the youngster. Can he be the hero for the men in blue and put his name up in lights at the WCG? As Wodgick is in once again, and this one's a full delivery, and it's a swing and a miss this time from the youngster, who looks to hit this through cover once again. Just one or two nervy moments starting to creep in here for the youngster. The pressure of getting close to this target might be starting to hit him, as Wodgick is in for the final ball of the over, and this one's a full delivery which slides down the leg side to end with. It's going to be the danger man Harry Dean to bowl the 23rd over of the innings. Here he's in now to Hancock, and this one's a good length delivery, and Hancock lets this hit him in the buttock as it was sailing comfortably over the stumps. So good composure shown here from the youngster, as Dean will continue around the wicket to him now, and this one's another good length delivery, and Hancock is solidly in behind it and defends on the onside for no run. So brilliant stuff this from the youngster. Is he going to be the hero here for the Blues? As Dean is into him once again, and this one's a half volley, and it's hammered through cover for another boundary. Well, he will be the hero if he continues in this vein. He moves to 30. The Blues 6 for 82. So it's 40 to get now for the Blues, as Dean is in once again around the wicket to Hancock, and there's a big appeal here. Oh, he's got him! That's the wicket they wanted! Hancock's stoic resistance at the crease has come to an end, as it's that man Harry Dean again who picks up the big wicket. Yeah, I think it's just hit the back of the bat as it goes through, and Hancock has to go for 30. So has the pendulum swung once again back in the Green Machine favour, as that wicket now brings Peter Fowler to the crease at number 8. Has been on a lean trot with the bat in test matches since he signed for Brennan's 11 last year. Can he stand up and be counted here? So it's Harry Dean with 2 deliveries left in his over, into Fowler, and this one's a full delivery, it goes over the fence, but I think it's hit his boot and has sailed over. So Harry Dean honing in and looking for a 4th wicket in the innings, and what you'd have to say is pretty much near a man of the match performance so far in this first test match. As Dean is in for the final ball of the over, he's in now, and Fowler gets a thick outside edge onto the fence, and it's a dot ball to end a successful over for the Green Machine. It'll be Ryan Schaefer to bowl the 24th over of the innings. As in now over the wicket here to Fowler, and Fowler gets a thick inside edge on. No, I think that's just gone through to the keeper, sliding down the leg side. So still 40 to get for the Blues, 3 wickets for the Green Machine. You'd have to say you'd probably rather be in the Green Machine camp at the minute, as that one's a good delivery there from Schaefer, and it's well left outside the off stump from Fowler. Fowler usually an aggressive type of player, so you would fancy whatever result will happen here, it'll happen quickly. Here is Schaefer is in once again to Fowler, and this one's a full delivery, and there's one or two questions asked there to the umpire of whether that was a stroke, but the umpire says that's good enough. Perhaps that was sliding down the leg side also. As Schaefer will continue again now to Fowler, and this time he gets a thick inside edge onto the fence, and he scampers through for a single. Oh, and I get the feeling that the direct hit, and he was in trouble. If Fowler does set off pretty quickly, it's a good bit of fielding there from Harry Dean. Oh yeah, and a direct hit, and it was game over. So Peter Fowler off the mark in nervy fashion, as Schaefer now decides to go around the wicket. He's in now, and this one's a good delivery, a quick delivery, but Fowler is good enough to get the hands out of the way, and let's just go through to the keeper. So the deficit is now under 40 here for the men in blue. It's 39 to get for victory. Here is Schaefer will continue around the wicket here to Fowler, and this one's a full delivery, hit away on the offside, and he's good enough to get this through the covers for his first boundary. There are more important runs here for the men in blue as Fowler moves to 5, and it's 35 to get for the Blues. It'll be Nathan Hancock to bowl the 25th over of the innings, as he's now over the wicket to Fowler, and he begins with a shorter delivery which slides down the leg side, and that's let go by Fowler. It's been an uncharacteristic innings here from Nathan Hancock. He's had a few of those slide down the leg side. As Hancock is in once again to Fowler, and that's better. That's what we're accustomed to from the youngster. A brilliant delivery going across the right-hander. And Fowler is good enough to get the hands out of the way last minute. So 35 to get here for the men in blue. As Hancock is in once again to Fowler, and this one's played upishly, but it's played in the gap, and it goes through to the boundary. 31 to get now for the Blues as Fowler is standing up with the blade, and he moves along to 9. Well, things are beginning to get real tight here at the WCG as Hancock will continue to Fowler in the 25th over, and this one's a full delivery, but this one slides down the leg side once again. Well, are the men in blue on track for a record run chase here at the WCG? 31 to get for the men in blue, 3 wickets for the green machine. As Hancock is in for the final ball of the 25th over. He's in now, and this one's a beauty to finish with, as it's a play and a miss there from Fowler, but he survives. It'll be Daniel Arnold to bowl the 27th over of the innings. Here he's in now, round the wicket to Fowler, and this one's a full delivery which stays low, but thankfully from Fowler's point of view, it was well outside the off stump. So 30 to get now for the men in blue. Still 3 wickets to get here for the green machine. As Arnold will continue to Fowler around the wicket. He's in now, and this one's a short delivery, and it's a wild flash from Fowler, but he doesn't make contact. So understandably, things getting a little nervy here in this first test match. This is right on a knife's edge. One good over from either side will swing the momentum in their favour. As Arnold's in once again to Fowler, and Fowler gets a thick inside edge onto the fence once again, and Stepien can't field cleanly, so Fowler moves through for another single. He moves along to 10. It's now 29 to get for the men in blue. 7 for 93 in their second innings of the defending champions. Trying to get 122 for a record run chase. As now Arnold opts to go back over the wicket now to Fowler. Here he's in now. This one's a back of a length delivery, and it's played away on the offside. But it's well stopped there from Ryan Schaefer, as that one was boundary bound. So Fowler looking reasonably comfortable out there at the moment, as he's seen off a couple of the green machine big guns. Here's Arnold's in once again to him now. And this one's a back of a length delivery, and he tries to swat this away to the boundary, but he hasn't made contact, and it's a flash and a miss. So what an opening test match we've been treated to at the WCG. 2 of the lowest scores in first innings history, and possibly now a record run chase. As Arnold's in now to Fowler, it might not be a record run chase, as that's the big wicket of Fowler, who was looking good at the crease. It's 8 down now for the men in blue, still 29 to get. As Arnold comes up trumps for the green machine, Fowler goes for 10. So the Blues now 8 for 93 in their second innings, still requiring 29 for victory, as that wicket now brings Josh Bolling to the crease at number 9. He has been known to make handy runs down the order in the past. Can he do it once more for the men in blue? Well, it's hard to remember such an ebb and flow test match at the WCG. There's always so much at stake in this first test match, with the side that wins the first test match going on to win the series every time. And it's now Alex Stepien who'll bowl the 28th over of the innings. And this one's a wide delivery outside the off stump, but he gets away with it this time. Yeah, that looked a tight call, but it must have just been inside the lines. Here is Stepien will continue again now to Bolling. And Bolling plays his way on the offside and sets off for a single, and he takes on Hamed El Bashir once again, who has done it again. El Bashir comes up trumps for the Green Machine, and they're just 1 wicket away now. It's a second direct hit run out for the vice skipper, and are Mats 11 going to taste first test victory for the first time since season 2. They are nearly there, the men in green. It was well played, to be honest. It's a good bit of fielding, turns and throws. That is clutch from the vice skipper. Just one to get now for the Green Machine. So that wicket now brings the last man to the crease, young Costa Savas on test match debut. And what an occasion to walk out to. He is not known for his batting prowess, but he has to stand up with the blade now, or the Blues are going to taste first test defeat. Still 29 to get for the men in blue, just the 1 wicket required for the Green Machine. So they'll be fancying their chances now against Savas on debut. Here is it Stepien into Savas. It's a good delivery. There's a nick. Is there? There is. It's all over. The Green Machine have won the first test match. It was beginning to get nervy, but they've come up trumps in the final embers of this test match. The Greens rejoice, as now history suggests that they have just taken a giant leap towards test series victory. It was a brilliant delivery to cop first up there from Stepien. He's unlucky, the youngster, who was on a hiding to nothing. And the Green Machine, in one of the all-time great test match fightbacks, draw first blood in the series. Well, in surely one of the great test matches we've ever seen here at the WCG, it's the Green Machine who prevailed by 28 runs after being bowled out for 39 in their first innings. You would be forgiven that they were dead and buried and that normal service was going to resume, but in one of the great fightbacks, they have pulled off a miraculous victory. The Blues were valiant in the run chase, but it wasn't enough in the end. We'll go down to the middle with Daniel Arnold with the Mosh mic for some player interviews.
Hey guys, good with the winning Matty White. Mate, well fought, hard fought match today. You seem to have copped a little bit of a shiner there, mate. What happened there?
Henry Perenara absolutely cover drive, the smoking cover drive, and basically didn't even see it until it was about this far away, a foot away from my face, and straight in the eye.
Does it hurt more that that ball actually went to fall?
Well, I was hoping it went up in the air and got caught. Like that would have been Justin Ward's, but you know, so be it. That's the way it works, cricket.
Well fought game today by both sides. But your side was particularly.
Yeah.
Mate, give us a rundown of what you thought was a stand up big.
I think the whole team. Bar myself, pretty piss poor performance if you ask me, but the whole team really gelled, dug in. We talked about things at the half-time break. As Smith said, if you don't believe in what we can win this game, go home now. And that was a perfect call. It was good. Boys, yeah, we applied ourselves to the bat, and then we knew that we had to win the game, and then it come from there. So.
Mate, great from the seat, and right on to that. And we go again. And I know that we're going to have pretty good something to say shortly, so let's wait for that. And good luck in the next inning.
Thank you, mate. Thank you.
Hey guys, we're here with Brendan, captain Brendan. Mate, massive game today. So it could have gone any way at the end there. It's a run down particularly with the bat at the end.
Yeah,
that was big.
Unfortunate to go down. We lost 29 runs in the end, but good fight from the lads. Congratulations to your boys. You played a fantastic game. Particularly to fight back after we knocked us over for 39, and then you guys went into the second innings with the lead. That was fantastic. So, what a fantastic contest. Unfortunately we went down, but now we've got a chance to create history. We're the first team to win the series after losing the first test match. So, let's see how we go. Challenge for the
Young Hancock, what an innings.
Yeah, I thought when he started going, that's when I really started to believe that we're on it. And then when he got out, that was probably what a fantastic game, contest, fantastic day as it always is. Good, particularly with last year's contest where they were they were blowouts. This was actually a tight contest, and we move on to the second test. But we're licking our wounds and we go again. Matty's going to have to ice that mate. You've got to give credit to Matty and the boys, mate. You guys had a fantastic game, and it just shows that that's what you do for the cause. And I hope that shows everyone who's watching that that's how serious we.
So thank you, Daniel Arnold, who has done a fantastic job with the Mosh Mic in this test match. And as you heard the Blue skipper say, they will now have to create history. No side has ever lost the first test match and gone on to win the series. So if they're going to reclaim their title, they're going to have to do it the hard way. So we now look ahead to a massive second test match. Can the Green Machine wrap up the series, or can the Men in Blue level it up and send us to a decider? We hope you've enjoyed all the action here from the first test match. Until next time, it's goodbye.